Hello YouTube, it's me, Bella here today, and today I'm going to be talking about the second part of the Zygon Invasion. I really think that it was an excellent episode. The conclusion was both powerful and a treaty against violence. Also loving the 5 rounds rapid Brigadier reference, love that, classic coup, epic. Loved Osgood, loved the resolution, wonderful. Didn't love the reference to the moment, but didn't like the fact that apparently the whole moment thing is suddenly Clara Oswald's doing, when I remember seeing the 50th anniversary of the Day of the Doctor, and I believe the moment's interface was the Bad Wolf version of Rose Tyler. Why is Clara Oswald sort of like interfacing with everybody? She's interfacing with River Song. Is she somehow miraculously interfacing with Rose? The Bad Wolf? I don't think so. Anyway, that aside, the episode was brilliant. I give it 9 out of 10. A word about the whole like watershed thing that we've got in the UK. In the UK, we have this thing where it's like after 8 o'clock, you can have more like swearing and violence and generally scary scenes on. Before 8, you can't. That's like the rule in the UK. So with Doctor Who, some of this season's episodes have been quite scary, particularly like the underwater base episodes and the flood episodes. They were particularly scary, and I think the next episode 9 is going to be another scary one. So that's probably why it's on a little bit later, sort of like 8:45 or something. And that's probably why, because it is quite scary. And it's not just to do with how, like, the story plot being scary, because I remember one classic episode of Doctor Who is where Tom Baker is being drowned, and that's like the last image. And I remember Mary Whitehouse babbling about that. You don't need to know about Mary Whitehouse, but she basically invented the watershed, or she shoved the BBC to do it. She was right. That was the only thing that she was actually right about. You should have sort of like more adult programming after 8. That's basically it in summary. But the big thing is with Doctor Who, it's supposed to be sort of a family show, and if you show it sort of like 8:45 is a bit late for 5 or 6-year-olds. But then again, with some of the episodes in the current series and how they're shooting them, it isn't really appropriate for a 5 or 6-year-old. A 9-year-old, yeah, but it's very difficult, because it seems to me that I worry that the ratings of this season are probably going to be in like a PG-13 or a 12A or a 12, as we call it in the UK. Like PG-13 to us is a 12 or a 12A. So that's what's basically going to happen, I think, with a lot of these, which means that kids under 12 or under 13 can watch them with a parent, and that's pretty much what Doctor Who is. And I think if people complain about that, then there is kind of an issue, because I remember when we had, like, under Russell T Davies, we had Torchwood, which was sort of for 15-year-olds, 15 plus, and then we had Doctor Who, which was sort of like the PG-12 demographic, and that was fine, whereas we haven't got that luxury. We don't have any sort of adult Who-universe anymore. It's got to be both child and adult, and I think at the moment that's where it's struggling to be, and I fully appreciate the difficulties of that. I really, really do, for TV scheduling. Also, I don't particularly like how Doctor Who's on after Death by Sequence, which is Strictly. But there you go. Which Strictly Dancing is a dancing show that goes on and on and on and on. It begins in October and it will eventually finish in December. Yay! Apologies to Strictly Dancing fans out there. I'm sure you love it, but it really is boring after a while. It's just the same thing. Anyway, that's not about Doctor Who. So part 2 of the Zygon Invasion. It was really good. Very, very powerful scenes. Flashbacks to the 50th. And did you notice that the safe had William Hartnell's face on it? It was a picture of William Hartnell, which is so cool. Classic Who. Yeah, there's a lot of traces of Classic Who in Peter Capaldi's era, which is really nice. And I think his Doctor is stacking up to be really good. Clara, I don't know why she's being over-worshipped, but hey, poor child, it's just not really her day. But overall, the episode was good. Shame about the whole moment business, because I'm really bamboozled by how the Doctor can come to that conclusion that once you get Clara in your head, you can't get her out. But then again, she is a bit of a labyrinth. But yes, the moment was a labyrinth, but I'm pretty sure the interface was the Bad Wolf of Rose Tyler. But I mean, I could be wrong. It's clearly Billy Piper in there saying, no more, no more, no more. That was what I was thinking, mostly, through the whole spiel. And I love the 5-round rapids quote, which I've said before. And that's basically the end of this review, so I've hoped you've enjoyed it. Notice the Minion t-shirt? Yes, it's epic and awesome. So I will see you guys next weekend when I will be in London. So bye!